Bug Ego, Chapter 14. Not a super eventful chapter, but they asked a lot of really good questions. Starting with Yuki, about to post about the hacks being real on a forum. I was surprised she was about to do it, but of course she doesn't go through with it. She had a good reason to try it. Yuki so far has been the one I would say kind of reckless with the hacks in the pursuit of research about how they work. She's smart, but she is taking huge risks. Going on her own and discovering the symbols and fighting a golem is reckless. She's willing to break the rules of the notebook or experiment with the hacks for discovery. Luckily, she held back this time. Kokudo is more of a rule follower. He strictly follows the rules of the notebook, careful not to deviate from the instructions of the notebook. He seems to have memorized most of the hacks, if not all of them. Hitsugaya is more of a guinea pig. He's interested in the hacks, but he mainly follows Kokudo's orders since he's the more knowledgeable one of the hacks. Anyway, back to Yuki not spreading the hacks. She was experimenting to see if there was a greater force that would try to stop her from spreading it, but the only thing that stopped her was herself. I love this section. Yuki and Kokudo asked really good questions. Kokudo noticed the notebook never explains what happens if the hacks spreads, since that's like the #1 rule, don't spread the hacks. They conclude that the world could bug out. Not confirmed, but it's a good assumption to make. Yuki also mentions that the incident with Hitsugaya, the stopping the car, wasn't recorded, so that also didn't get the hacks to spread. It is either super lucky or some greater force did stop the hacks from being known. Kokudo also mentions that when people ask for help on the notebook bulletin board, they don't get answers back. Lots of good questions and observations. The next part of the chapter is interesting. They're at a ramen shop trying to do a hack that lets them talk to an invisible entity. Of course, doing the hack is tedious. They didn't even have to try to distract the chef. He just watched the TV the whole time. The main purpose of doing this hack was to ask the entity questions about the hacks. The thought process was smart, but it did not work. The entity didn't seem to know what they were talking about. They tried asking it in another way, but that also didn't work. They asked it its name and what it does, but as it answers, everything starts bugging out and it explodes. I guess they ran out of time and the owner is still just watching the TV as it explodes, which is funny. I'm not sure if he froze in time while they talked to the entity or if it's just a gag that he was locked into whatever he was watching. I wish we at least got something from the invisible thing. All we got was, I guess, the hacks that summon things possibly don't know they are hacks. Maybe the thing did give us a clue for later. When Kokudo asked how to get themselves to feel normal again, it said, just keep breathing and savor the egg and bamboo shoots. I doubt that means anything, but who knows? There could be an egg and a bamboo shoot hack or something. Actually, another way of looking at it, maybe asking the entity who it was the reason everything exploded. Maybe they discovered an unknown rule about that hack to not ask about it, because it was just supposed to disappear, I assume, and not explode. I just hope in the end they learned something from it. I don't think I have anything else to say, except 0 out of 10, there was no canner this chapter.